I started recording the session tonight. So, lady, hello, lady.
Hello, teacher.
Good evening, Joanna, Toro, Alejandra
Hello,
Vega.
teacher.
Good evening, teacher.
Hello, how are you doing? How do you feel tonight? How is it going?
It's good.
¿Cómo anda todo? Good? Excellent?
Perfect. Thank you.
Perfect. That's great. That's awesome. That's good.
Hello, teacher. Good
Hello,
evening.
Angelica. Good evening.
Excuse me, teacher. I was in the bathroom
Okay, no worries.
buscando, searching my, profe, ¿cómo se dice? Auriculares.
Looking for my earphones.
Yes, it's that. I
Okay,
was looking my earphones.
earphones.
Earphones. Yes, teacher.
Okay, well, are you reading at my screen? ¿Están leyendo mi pantalla?
No, sir.
No.
No.
Why not? Well, I'm trying to show you the subtitles. The subtitles. Well, good evening and welcome back to our English course. Okay, I'm so happy seeing you tonight here on this online session. Well, we have a lot of things to do. We have a lot of things to improve and to revise and to research and to do well. We have a lot of things to do for this online for these two evidences, for the evidences for this current week. Okay, so we are going to work on evidence number 2, market projection, and evidence number 6, describing potential clients tonight. Okay, is it okay? Is that right?
Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
teacher. All right.
Yes,
okay,
teacher.
okay. Well, so I am going to show you, I'm going to share with you my screen to show you the two learning guides, okay, for this, well, wait a second, for this week. So I'm going to share evidence number 2, wait a second, I'm,
Yes, instructor.
okay.
Speaking.
Well, are you looking at my uh, evidence number 2, market projection?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes? Okay, well. So, what are we required to do here in this evidence? Well, first of all, we are required to read a written material called Expressing Opinions and Preferences. So I want to share with you, let me share the material with you. Wait a second. This is a written material for, well, in order to do the oh my goodness, in order to do the evidence, we need to read this material first. This one, are you looking at the screen, expressing opinions and preferences?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So this is a very long material about, well, it has a lot of English structures. It has a lot of grammar. It has modifiers. It has adjectives. It has, well, like slangs or phrasal verbs or American expressions for business and useful expressions in order to express your opinion or agreement or disagreement. So, also in this material, you are going to come up um, information on how to write a paragraph. So, the most important components of an English paragraph or a paragraph in English. So, we need to read this material, well, in order to be prepared to do this evidence, to do evidence to market projection. Do you have any questions so far? ¿Tienen alguna pregunta hasta ahora?
No, instructor.
Okay. Well, okay. So, what are we going to do with this material? What I want you to do is, first of all, I want you to um, write a market projection, well, to write 10 market projection tips for any small business. Okay? 10 market projection tips for any small business. And second, I want you to write 8 steps, the 8 steps for success of a marketing plan. So we have 2 activities in this evidence too, which are write a market projection, 10 market projection tips for any small business, and second, write the 8 steps for success of a marketing plan. So those 2 activities in this evidence number 2. It is not a complicated thing. It's not a complex thing. So you are going to read the material. Well, all this information, all this you are looking here, the expressing opinions and preferences, market share projection tips, and 8 steps for the success of a marketing plan. All that material is in our platform. Okay? Todo este material lo encontramos en nuestra plataforma, en Territorium. Ahí está en la actividad de aprendizaje 3. Ahí encuentran Expressing Opinions and Preferences, Market Share Projection Tips, and 8 steps for the success of a marketing plan. So all that material, you are going to find it in our Territorium platform, in our academic platform. Okay? So please do it simple, okay? Keep it simple. It's not necessary to do a very extensive writing or paragraph or essay or any like that. It's just um, market projection tips, 10 market projection tips for any small business, and the 8 steps for the success of a marketing plan. So those 2 activities for evidence 2, no more. Okay, so let me erase no, wait a second. I am trying to, this one. I'm trying to take it out. Okay, so the two bullet points that are highlighted. So those are the 2 activities for evidence 2. Esas son las 2 actividades para la evidencia 2. Solamente escribir 10 tips para el market projection, para cualquier negocio pequeño. Y la segunda es escribir 8 pasos, los 8 pasos de los que habla esa lectura para tener éxito en hacer un plan de negocios. Un plan de mercadeo, perdón, plan de mercados. Okay? Is that enough? Is that okay? Is that complete? Did you understand? It's okay.
Yes, it's
Yes,
director.
sir.
For me, it's not complicated.
It's not complicated. Okay, good. Well, no, it's easy. If you have doubts, if you have any trouble, please let me know. Okay? I can help you. I can guide you. Of course, I can. So if you have any difficulties, any problems with this evidence, please let me know. That's easy. That's we must try to keep it simple. Okay? Try to keep it simple. Hello, Adriana.
Hello, teacher. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good, very good.
Very good. Well, Adriana Garcia, Alejandra. Hello, Alejandra.
Hello, teacher.
Angelica Ortega
Hello, teacher.
and Julis Arias. Hello. Brigitte Lizarazo.
Hi, teacher.
Um, Cafe Gallardo. What's your name? I'm so sorry. What's
He
Cafe?
is Leonardo.
Leonardo, Leo. Okay. He is Leonardo, Sebastián. He is Leonardo. Okay. Okay, Joana Toro.
He is Jonah Toro.
Hello. I am Joana Toro. I am.
I am Jonah Toro.
Yes. Juliana Osorio.
Hello, teacher.
Chiara Torrente. Hello, Chiara.
Hello, teacher.
Lady Arias. Lady Arias. Hello. Lady Barrios.
Hello, teacher.
Hello. Lady Barrios.
Hello, teacher.
Hello.
Sorry, I
I,
am driving.
I am driving.
Sorry.
I am driving. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Driving. That's okay. Okay. Be careful. Be careful. Tenga cuidado. María de los Ángeles.
Hello, teacher.
Rubis.
Hello,
Rubis.
teacher.
And Sebastian. Hello, Sebastian.
Good evening, teacher.
Good evening. That's great. Well, okay. So now we are going to. I am going to share um, evidence number 9. Okay, we are going to see evidence number 9. Evidence number 6. I'm sorry. Evidence number 6, which is called segmentation, describing potential clients. Well, for this part of our evidences is so meaningful for you as international business experts. That's essential. Why is it essential? Because when we have business with people from other countries, we must be careful about our cultural differences. You know what I mean? ¿Saben lo que estoy diciendo?
Yes, instructor.
Yes, so we must be careful when we have business with people from India, for instance, people from Africa, people from China, people from, from Muslim countries. Okay, so we must be so careful about the cultural differences we have. So, the bottom line of segmentation is because it allows us to identify the necessities and the behavior of our consumers in order to satisfy them. Okay, so that is the bottom line of this segmentation, describing potential clients, is in order to identify the consumer's necessities and their behavior to satisfy them. Okay, so that is important. That is very important. And second, when we are going to export a product to any country, in this case, English speaking country, it is necessary to have into account our cultural differences, okay? It is so important to have into account our cultural differences in order to be successful with this with this trading, you know. So for this activity, for this evidence number 6, we have just um, two questions. Those are very easy questions, very easy. So questions from number 1 are: where do you usually buy your cleaning products? Do you consider yourself as a neat person? Why? Do you feel satisfied with the cleaning products you buy? Why? What kind of cleaning products would you like it to be improved? Why? Mention 5 cleaning product brands you consider as the best ones. Um, who wants to read the two last sentences, the two last questions? ¿Quién quiere leer las dos últimas? Sebastian, who wants to read?
Me.
Okay, Angelica, go ahead.
Okay, which are the most important aspects to be taken into account to choose a cleaning product brand?
Thank you. That's great. Your pronunciation, that's perfect. Another person, please. Another volunteer.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Another volunteer. Leo, or Sebastian? Who? Well, I don't know. Well, or any person. Well, that's okay. Any person. Lady, Maria, Chiara, Juliana, Rubis, Sebastian. Who wants to read? Please. Angelica, please. Go ahead.
Yes. Imagine you are promoting a new product. Describe it and write in 10 lines the reasons to convince your potential clients to buy your product.
Okay, good, excellent. So, you are required to read these questions and answer them. ¿Qué es lo que vamos a hacer aquí? Leer las preguntas y responderlas. No more, no more. Okay? And second, describe the kind of population, um, your target population. Well, in order to offer them a product or service, well, from any country, is up to you. If you say, well, teacher, I want to offer a product, or my product, I want to offer it to people from Afghanistan, to people from Morocco, people from the Middle East. Well, whoever, well, anywhere, from anywhere. So you are required to describe in English the kind of your target population, population, people, the country you chose to project your product or service. Okay? So you are free to choose any country, but please take into account their language, their religion, their culture, and our cultural differences. You see? Well, their customs, their habits, the way they live, the way they act. So because any country in the world, they are so different. You know what I mean? People from the United States, for instance, they are so different to us. People from China, they are so different. People from the Middle East, from Muslim countries, they are so different. People from India, they are different. Wow, people from all over the world, people from all over the world, they are so different. Okay, so we must be careful. We must be conscious of our cultural differences. We must be so careful when we do business with these cultures. You know, well, when you have the possibility to live in a foreign country, well, that's that's so important because you have the possibility to be to have connections with different with people from different countries, from different cultures, and people who see black where you see white, people who feel so different from you, people who think so different from you. You see, so it's not easy. So that's why I tell you, we must be so careful. We must be so careful when we do business with international people. So for this, well, in order to in order to, to add more elements to these two evidences, I am going to show you two videos, three videos in English. One of those videos is, let me see the names of the videos because I don't remember. How to start how to start a business outside of the US. The second one is called Cultural Differences in Business. And number three is how to do market research. Okay? So we must be, in this beautiful and wonderful business world, so we must be aware of, the different factors that influence this international business world. So be careful with this and take into account videos. These videos will help you, to understand a little bit better about business projection, about business research, and about cultural differences with international clients. Do you have any questions so far? ¿Tienen alguna pregunta? Leo,
Hello, coach. Excuse me ahí por la dificultad.
no worries. No worries, Leo. Well, do you have any questions so far? ¿Tienen preguntas? No?
No, for me, no.
Everything is so clear. Everything is running smoothly.
Yes.
Yes. Well, si tienen preguntas, por favor, pregunten en español si quieren. If you want. Lady Barrios, do you have any question? Lady,
Teacher, pues yo aprovechando que no tiene preguntas, yo sí de pronto, qué pena, como me desconecté un poquitico, me gustaría de pronto que me hicieras una breve como por encimita ahí, que es la evidencia 2. Sé que hay que escribir 10 tips para cualquier tipo de negocio pequeño.
Es que,
Sí.
es que nos dan unas lecturas.
Ah, ok,
Entonces,
cool.
la primera lectura se llama Expressing Opinions. ¿Sí? Esa es la primera. Expressing Opinions and Preferences, así se llama. Entonces hay que leerla, la lecturita esa.
Sí.
La segunda lectura se llama Market Share Projection Tips for Small Business. Y la tercera se llama 8 Steps for the Success of a Marketing Plan. Esas
Ok.
lecturitas están ahí en la plataforma.
Ujú.
Entonces ustedes entran y las leen y elaboran la tarea. La tarea es escribir 10 Market Projection Tips for any
Ajá.
small business, por cualquier negocio pequeño, para cualquiera puede ser. It could be shoes, a business, it could be food, business, restaurants, it could be clothing, it could be technology, it could be agricultural business, whatever it
Ok.
is.
Ok, coach.
And the second one is write the 8 steps for the success of marketing plan, of a marketing plan. So you have to read the test and then write the 8 steps for the success of a marketing plan. No more. That's it. Eso es. Okay?
Ah, listo, teacher, listo, listo, de una.
Okay. Good. Well, now I'm going to share with you the videos. Okay? Please watch the videos and take notes if you want. I will post the links for the videos tomorrow in our written material. Okay, in on our online recordings of our online sessions. So you will have the possibility to read the material tomorrow and to watch the videos tomorrow. Okay. Well, I'm going to share. Oh my goodness. Let me see. Well, this is not possible. Well, wait a second. I'm trying to share the material with you, but it's not possible. Okay, well, let me let me paste the links of the videos here in this how to start a business. Okay, let me well, the platform doesn't allow me to open the videos here because it's not opening this on this screen. So wait a second. I'll share the screen with you as soon as I can open the video.
How do you start a business
Okay.
outside?
Okay. Now I can. Wait a second. Wait a second. Well, okay. So please watch the video and try to take notes if you can. Tell me if it is well fast. Let me to reduce the speed of the video because it's a little bit fast. Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
Outside of the United States or outside of your home country. In this video, I'm going to give you
Are you at least can you hear the video?
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Yes, instructor.
Okay, good. Go ahead.
3 things to think about and one important question to ask yourself. Hi, I'm Andrew Henderson, and we talk a lot here at Nomad Capitalist about the idea of starting a business somewhere else. Not only is it just a fun thing to do, but there are so many opportunities in the world, whether it's here in Tbilisi, Georgia, in Cambodia, even in
How do you
parts of
start a business
Africa.
outside of the
We've
United
talked
States?
about it for years, and before I lived the life that I live now, I built up numerous businesses in the United States, sold several of them, and
Starting out with
eventually sold everything I had in the US and went overseas to try and find my next move. And during that time, I went to a lot of countries to see how to do business on the ground. To where now a lot of people ask, how do I go and start a business in an emerging market? Now, there are a lot of opportunities in other countries, but the big thing that you have to understand when you're going anywhere else is that the way something's going to operate in any other country, for example, from the US to the UK, is going to be different enough. But when you're going from, let's say, the United States to Cambodia, there's going to be a lot of cultural shock and a lot of things that you need to adjust to. Now,
Okay, can you hear that? That he says that when you are going to do business with an international country, with Cambodia, for instance, there is a very rude cultural shock and a lot of things that you need to adjust to be successful. You know what I mean? Él está diciendo que cuando vamos a estos países asiáticos, por ejemplo, él decía que si vamos a negociar de Estados Unidos al Reino Unido, no hay mucho problema, no hay mucha cosa. Pero si vamos a negociar con Cambodia, por ejemplo, si él es americano y va a hacer negocios con Cambodia, por ejemplo, tiene que tener mucho cuidado con el choque cultural que van a experimentar, porque es una diferencia abismal, la diferencia entre los americanos y la gente de Cambodia. Es mucha diferencia. Entonces, eso es a lo que yo me refiero y de eso era de lo que les estaba hablando. You know what I mean? So be careful, be aware of the cultural differences and be prepared for the cultural shock. You know? Okay, keep going.
I have friends who have started successful businesses in real estate in Cambodia, buying or selling or starting property agencies. They've risen to the top of their craft, or starting an Airbnb agency here in Tbilisi. And if you bring the managing and if you bring the marketing savvy that you have from your home country and from your experience, chances are you can rise to the top, but it's not going to be easy. There are three things that you might want to consider if you actually want to start a business overseas. Number one is try getting a job, try getting an internship, trying building a relationship with someone from within. Come to a country, figure out where you want to be, and get some experience learning the culture, learning how people are managed, learning the differences.
Okay, so the first thing he mentions is that we are required, we must be in contact, we in touch, we we have any relationship with the culture, with the target, but with the country we want to do business with, okay, with the population. For instance, if we want to do business with people from from Malaysia, Malaysia, or Indonesia, or any other country, well, from with Taipei or in Taiwan, or any other country with China or whoever or whatever it is. So we need to be conscious of the differences, and we need to be in contact with the culture. We need to be in touch with the culture we want to offer or to take our business. Okay? So that is so important. That is number one. Number two.
Number two is you can hire a mentor, you can pay someone, you can have them show you around a particular place or a number of potential places to find where you want to start a business. The third option is,
you see, and he says, well, the second thing is that you can hire a mentor or a person from that country or a person that knows the country you are planning to do business with. So it's necessary to have an expert, to have a person that shows us the culture, the differences, the opportunities, and well, and the well, an expert that will tell us about the country we want to target, we want to do business with. And number three is
you can go and you can scout it out yourself. You can choose a country, or you can do as I did and go to lots of countries. Find one you want to hone in on, and then start meeting people, start building your network, start learning how things are different, and start identifying that one market segment and committing to doing it.
so yes, and he says that the third thing is that well, you can choose any country and start being in touch with that country, meeting people from that country, meeting people that knows the country, people that knows the potential of that country. Well, people that know the potential of that country and people that can guide you on selecting um, a segment, to do business. So those are the three tips he offers.
But if the idea is to have freedom, to keep more of your own money, potentially to pay less in tax, then the question is, why do you need to start another business on the ground outside of the US or outside of your country? Why not flip it? Why not say, let me start a business that can sit anywhere in the world? Start something online, start something selling on Amazon, affiliate marketing, any number of different businesses that people have reliably already made millions in. You can copy and paste their formula or tweak it and put that company in another country. So rather than incorporating that in the United States, you're going to put it somewhere else where the laws are more favorable. And then you can live where you want. So if the goal is, hey Andrew, I'd love to live in Southeast Asia, you may not want to incorporate that company in Thailand. In fact, that's probably a bad idea. So why not have something that, rather than being focused on Thailand, focuses on the market you already know, focuses on how can I sell things to people in the US or the UK or Australia or wherever it is you're from? How can I use that knowledge of that customer base to build something where I'm doing the work in another country, where my company is based in another country, and rather than having to learn all the new ideas, I do what I already know, but I do it in a location-independent way. You keep more of your own money, you have the lifestyle you want, you have the freedom you want. There's are definitely two different approaches, and plenty of people are definitely going to make some very big fortunes starting rather simple businesses in the frontier markets like Africa. But if that's not something that you're ready to do, strongly consider what can you do that is global and uses what you already know. I'm Andrew Henderson, and if you're looking for a way to legally reduce your taxes, build your freedom, and create wealth faster as a global.
Okay, that is the first video. Well, now I'm going to share with you the second video. It's about our cultural differences with other countries. So please watch the video and well enjoy it because it is a little bit well it is so important.
Project management software
Wait a second.
usually feels something like this. Where do you even...
It all started in the year 2000. I was 17 years old, and I walked with my backpack through unpaved alleys in the outskirts of Beijing. I saw men cycling with entire closets and fridges on the back. I saw little kids running around
You know, can you see?
cycling with entire closets and
Can you read what she says? That she saw men cycling with entire closets and fridges on the back. What is that? ¿Qué es eso? ¿De qué está hablando ella ahí?
De un señor que estaba en una bicicleta con muchas cajas en su espalda.
Eso. Con un closet y con una nevera en la espalda. Entonces eso para ella es supremamente nuevo, porque eso no se ve en los países desarrollados. Usted no ve en Estados Unidos por la calle a una persona cargando en la bicicleta un closet o una nevera. Eso no existe en otros países, en los países desarrollados no existe. Eso existe en los países pobres, como el nuestro. Entonces, por eso, mire que eso es una diferencia cultural. Entonces, para una persona de estas que llega a Colombia, por ejemplo, y va a cruzar la calle y ve que todo el mundo cruza la calle por donde quiere, menos por la cebra, entonces, wow, es diferente. You know what I mean? So, esas son partes de las diferencias culturales. Escuchemos. Keep listening, please.
fridges on the back. I saw little kids running around half naked, playing football.
¿Sí? What did she say? ¿Qué dijo ella?
Vio pequeños niños corriendo mientras jugaban fútbol.
Medio desnudos.
Sí.
Mientras jugaban fútbol. ¿Qué quiere decir medio desnudos? O sea, como juegan nuestros niños, solo la pantalonetica y hágale. Sin camisa, sin zapatos, sin medias. Eso no existe en los países desarrollados. Eso no existe. Por eso esa gente viene acá y esto es otro mundo. Esto es otro mundo. En Asia es otro mundo. En África es otro mundo. Los países desarrollados no viven eso. Entonces, por eso ella está hablando de las diferencias culturales. Esa es una de
¿Puedo
ellas.
hacer una complementación a lo que usted dijo?
Hágalo.
Cuando yo una vez estuve en Cartagena, los turistas se quedaban impresionados de cómo era la otra parte de la ciudad.
Eso.
La gente empobrecida, casi sin zapatos, los niños medio desnudos jugando, se quedan impresionados de ellos. Eso es para ellos nuevo.
Exactamente. Es muy novedoso.
While their parents were trying to sell mushrooms and spinach, sitting
Mientras sus papás trataban de vender espinaca y champiñones sentados en el piso. Ah, my goodness.
on the ground. I saw a butcher behind a stand, swatting flies that were trying to sit on his meat. Everybody was smiling, including this guy, literally sitting on his business, trying to sell second-hand computers. Why was I so touched by these Chinese people and their country? Was it the typical smile that covered up a world I didn't know yet? Or was it the energy I felt when walking through such streets? The only way to find out was to start learning Chinese and to start communicating with these people, to learn more about their world, because their world is so different from ours. I mean, the way people behave, the way people interact. Take this, for example. A subway station in China during rush hour. Which one of you has been on a subway in China before? Well, then you definitely know that getting on a subway in China is not easy. But getting off a subway in China is nearly impossible.
My goodness. Sí, parece aquí cuando nos metamos a veces al metro que lo empujan a usted y lo entran. ¿Sí o no? A usted lo entran aquí en el metro, en algunas estaciones donde son muy concurridas. Usted se para ahí, la gente lo empuja, lo entran. Y lo mismo para afuera, si usted está ahí en la puerta del metro, lo sacan. Mire lo que está pasando ahí. Eso pasa en los países subdesarrollados. Bueno, en algunas ciudades en China, ¿no? En algunas
Aquí
ciudades.
en Bogotá, el Transmilenio es peor.
En Bogotá sí, el Transmilenio, el metro en Medellín, los servicios públicos, el Transmetro en Barranquilla, como que ese que se llama, no sé. Bueno, en todos los servicios públicos. La diferencia cultural, mire.
People just use their elbows to squeeze themselves away and don't give you
Y la gente solo usa los codos para defenderse y para salir.
any space to get out.
Ay, Dios mío.
So looking at such examples, in combination with the fact that Chinese don't really express their emotions as much as we do,
Oiga, eso es muy importante. Chinese don't really express their emotions as much as we do. That is so true. That is so true. When you interact with Chinese people, they are so weird. They are, well, so different. You don't know if they are happy, if they are sad, if they are angry, if they are hungry. Well, they are kind of, well, I don't know how to describe them, because it's so difficult. They don't express anything. So Chinese people are so weird. So I don't know. They are, well. They don't touch. That's so difficult. That's so difficult. Seeing and watching, looking at them doing and acting in social context. I had the possibility to study in the United States with Chinese people, and they are, well, expressionless. So they are, they seem like they don't feel so much, and that is the way they are. It's not because they don't feel. It's not because they don't. Well, that is the way they are. They are not expressive people. They are not emotional people. So, you know what I mean? They are very, very unique people, I would say. They are unique. So, as she says, Chinese don't really express their emotions. So that is the way they act. That is the way they behave. So, and that is not bad. It's just the way they are. As simple as that. You know? Do you understand what the woman, what Valerie Hooks is saying, what I am saying? Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, good. Perfect.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Keep going.
you might believe that Chinese are tough and cold-hearted people.
Cold-hearted people. O sea, personas frías, personas que no expresan sus emociones, personas personas que como que no, si no sintieran, ¿ok?
But in fact, for Chinese, warm relations are very important. You might even say that Maslow has it wrong. Relations are not in the third level of human needs. They're really a necessity in life. And I believe that we, Westerners that tend to point our fingers at what happens in China, I believe that we can even learn from the Chinese and how they deal with others. And if we project that on our own behavior, I think we can become better people. I even wish that every one of you has the opportunity to fly to China once in their lifetime. Not just to climb the Great Wall, but to really listen to the Chinese, to what they have to say. Why is it that a relationship in China is so important? Still, nowadays, many Chinese are strongly influenced by the thoughts of a man named Confucius. His sayings are really like a Bible to the Chinese. I mean, here in the Western world, the Bible gains less and less support nowadays, but in China, his sayings are alive and kicking. 有朋自远方来，不会越乎. It's really a great pleasure to meet friends from afar. So Confucius' philosophy emphasizes personal and governmental morality, correctness of social relationships, justice, sincerity. He champions strong family loyalty, ancestor worship, and respect for the elderly. So knowing this, you might understand why relationships are so important in China and why you need to build relationships in order to become successful. Maybe some of you have that experience in China. And then you might have heard of the word guanxi. Guanxi literally means connections or relationships. But actually, it's much more than that.
When I was a student, I'd write long essays.
Guanxi is like how things get done in China. Yes, Chinese are hesitant to deal with people they've never met. And there's a long phase of introduction needed. But once you reach the phase of mutual trust, you will find that Chinese are extremely loyal and faithful. So why is it that guanxi is so different from how we know it? I mean, there are many characteristics, most of them strongly based on the philosophy of Confucius, that cause these differences. But there are three of them I would like to share with you tonight. In China, if you want to maintain your relationship, there's one requirement, referred to as reciprocal favor, 人情 in Chinese. If you ask someone for a favor, the favor needs to be returned eventually. If you fail to repay, this is really seen as something unforgivable in China. So the more you ask from someone, the more you owe them. And this is how guanxi is like a never-ending cycle of favors. Let me give you an example. I don't know how about you, but I barely remember the names of the teachers in my primary school. My Chinese colleagues and friends, however, they visit their teachers for tea, who are now in their 70s, for tea every Sunday afternoon, every week since they graduated. This is for them a way to repay for what they once received years ago. I love this. I love it how the Chinese have this long-term view. So where does this need for balance come from? Think of concepts like yin and yang and feng shui. I mean, retailers like IKEA might use such concepts for commercial purposes. But in China, these are really important values in life. I once sat with a business partner in his office in Beijing, and we were discussing a certain subject, but I felt...
Okay, we are going to stop I'm going to stop presenting this because I want to share